Hi. There's a lot of talk in the media just now and in our organisations about safety. Not just any sort of safety, psychological safety, where we need to consider people's well-being, including their mental health, physical health, etc. Now, I think that's really important. But there's another dimension that sits alongside safety. There's two, in fact. One of those is availability, which is about resources. But the other one is what I'm going to talk about now, and that is meaning. Now, that I think is one of the most potentially challenging issues for organisations in the next 20, 30 years, because individuals increasingly are interested in, meaningful work. Now, what does that mean? Well, what it's not is it's not jobs. Someone asked me the other day, they'd read in my bio when I said I was an example of someone who was in the gig economy, and do you know, if I'm honest, I'd use that because I thought it was quite interesting and quite cool maybe, but what it meant is that I have created myself meaningful work. I have taken my experiences as a scientist, then as a organisational development specialist, an HR professional, consultant, and wrapped it all up together to start to create something that I absolutely love. And it is not a job. No one's paying me. I'm producing and creating revenue myself. And I think as technology continues its relentless consumption of roles and jobs, this needs to become a much more important dimension in how we organise our organisations and ourselves to create the scalable efficiency that is required to produce the goods and services that we need in human society. People have proven in the past that they are capable of being creative and coming up with meaningful work. So companies, I think, need to think about that, because it's quite possible that the future, in fact potentially the now, has more and more people like me who don't want a job. I don't want a job. I want to spend my time working on what I believe is my thing to do. I'm doing what I think I should be doing at the moment. I'm doing what I think adds the most value to people that I come across and who I work with. And that won't be fulfilled by a job. There isn't a job description that would enable me to do that. So I think companies have to start thinking about that. And that ultimately means that as technology gobbles up more and more jobs, that we have to design companies that are open-ended. At the moment they're closed systems in the majority of cases. So companies form, they'll recruit people, they'll bring new people in, they have ways of working, they all work the same way, they produce the goods and services, and then eventually someone will move on and they'll just replace them, and they'll continue like that until the end of time. But I don't think that's the way it's going to work. In the very near future, I think, and I see it myself, I get asked sometimes to come into companies to give them a shake, to say, wait a minute, it won't always be like this. And have you thought about the things that are right in front of your face that maybe served you 20 years ago but no longer serve you? So I think companies have to start thinking about meaning. Safety, yes, very important at the moment, but I think meaning has to become a much more common thing for companies to talk about. And I think that's what, on reflection, I spoke in another piece about companies becoming activists. that will attract people looking for that sort of meaning in their lives. That's a powerful thing for companies to think about, and it's a beautiful thing for the future of work for individuals.